Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning. It's a terrific Tuesday here in our PBS classroom. I'm so glad you came to join me. My name is Mrs. Hammock, and I'm here to help you practice all the skills that you need to be excellent readers and writers. I was just reading a letter from my friend Tinsley, who tells me that school's been really good for her, and she wants me to send her one of our free activity books. Tinsley, you got it. I'm going to send one out in the mail to you. Boys and girls, would you like to have a free activity book like Tinsley's getting? All you have to do is send me a letter here at the studio. I love letters. And look, she drew a cute picture. Thank you so much, Tinsley. I love this. This made my whole day. Boys and girls, send me a letter. Draw me a picture, and I'll send you a free activity book. Hey, I've been reading one of the books that I love because it has two of my favorite things, animals and books. It's called Wild About Books, and it's by Judy Sierra, and it's illustrated by Mark Brown. You might like this story if you like animals and books. You could check it out on Sora or at your public library. Now, let's see our list on Sora and see who's number 4 on our top 5 checkouts. Are you ready? All right, here it is. Piled pythons. That's my old school. Way to go, pythons. I'm so proud of you. All right, so the piled pythons are in 4th place this week. Great job, you guys. Keep it up. All right, tune in tomorrow so we can see who's on number 3. But right now, let's wake up our brains and let's train our ears for sound, okay? Right, today we're playing a deletion game. Do you remember when you delete something, you take it off? So I'm gonna tell you a word, and we're gonna delete the very first sound and make a new word. It's kind of like a riddle. Are you ready? Okay, smile, smile. If I take off the s, what's my word? Mile, good job. Hey, I thought that would be harder for you. Let's try another one. Ready? Here's my word, bride, bride. Let's take off the b, and what do I have? If I have b-r-ide, and I take off the b, now I have ride. Good job. Those blends can be tricky when we're deleting one of the letters. All right, last one, ready? Slime, slime. Let's take off the s. What's my word? Lime. Wow, great job. You did that so well. It's time for us to practice our fluency with our digraphs and our short vowels. Are you ready? Perfect. Okay, we want to get these sounds locked in. That's why we practice them so much. All right, here's the cheese card. Ch for CH. The shell card. Sh, SH. The thumb card, TH. The whale card, wha, wha. Here is the F card for fire because PH is our digraph that says f, as in photograph. Here's the sing card. It says ng. And this is how we find it in words. It always has a vowel in front, and when it has the I, it says ing. When it has the A, it says eng. When it has the O, it says ong. And when it has the U, it says ung. So when we practice it, I always say ing, eng, ong, ung. That's how you'll see it in a word. Here is our short A, apple, ah. And then we learned the long A sound. This is the train card because it says A. And we practiced the A consonant E. Here is our short I. Insect, short I. And then yesterday I introduced you to a new spelling pattern and friend, the long I. This is the 5 card. Do you hear the I've? It says its name, I, right? So that's what the sound says when it says its name. And we're concentrating on this spelling pattern right here. Look at all the ways you can make the I sound. You can spell it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways. That's why it can be tricky. But today we're concentrating on I consonant E. When you see that pattern, you will know the I says I. So let's take a look at our workboard together and build and read some words. Are you ready? Great. All right, I have a word for us to read. We're going to say each sound and then blend it together and you'll know the word. Here we go. Sh, I, n, shin. Now I knew to say the I sound because there's nothing here to help the I say I. Sh, in, shin. And when I put that silent E there, now the I says I, sh, ein, shine. It doesn't say shinny. It's not that. Remember, the E doesn't make any sound at all. Shine, shine. Good, let's read this word. Okay, let's look at the whole word. Do you see an E? Nope. So that means we're going to use the short I sound. Here we go. R, ip, rip. Good. And then when we put that E there, it changes the I to I. R, ipe, ripe. All right, what if I take these away? And let's see if you can read this word. Are you ready? I'm, dime. Good. See, the magic E makes the I say I. When I take that away, it says im, dim. Dim becomes dime. Great job. All right, let's try one more before we go to our reading chart. I'm going to take away this middle consonant. See how I have the consonant right there? I'm going to change out that consonant so that you can see it works no matter what the consonant is. So let's put this word, this letter here, and now let's read it. I've, dive. Great job. All right, let's take a look at our reading practice chart and practice a few of those words together. All right, let's start here. Here we have a short I word, it, bit. And here's that word with the long I, bite. Here's a short I, id, rid. And here it is with the magic E, ride. Here it is, short I, kit, kit. When I put on that I consonant E, it becomes kite, kite. Great job. Let's read some of our long A words just to make sure we still remember that. Ache, take. Sk, ate, skate. Slide, slide. Great job. Mike likes to ride his bike fast. Clive and Jake hike a mile. Great reading today. I hope you're looking for those I consonant E words in anything that you're reading and practicing those. Let's take a look at some high frequency words today. We are going to concentrate on 2 of them. So we're going to read them together and spell them. And if you have something to write with, I want you to write them down. Are you ready? Here's our first one. Grow. G-R-O-W. Grow. Write that down. Here is our next one for today. Pretty. P-R-E-T-T-Y. Pretty. Good job. Okay. Now I have 2 sentences. I need your help deciding which of these 2 words goes in the sentence to make it make sense, because reading is supposed to make sense. All right, here we go. He will, tall. Let's read the next one. The bride is, Okay, grow and pretty. What do you think? Should pretty go in the first one? No, I'm just kidding. He will grow tall. The bride is pretty. Good job. Very nice. Grow pretty. Write those down and practice all week long. All right, I'm going to talk to you today about plurals. Plurals is when we have something that is more than one, right? So if I have one grape, that's singular. It's a single, like one. When I have a plural, if I want to say more than one grape, I have to add an S at the end, and it says grapes. Grapes. Grape. Grapes. Let's take a look at what that looks like in a sentence. There was one grape left. So that means one. Here's my key word, one. That tells me it's singular. Down here it says, there was a bunch of grapes. Do you see the S at the end? That means more than one. And my key that helps me to know that is the word bunch. There was a bunch of grapes. All right, let's take a look at these. Here is the word bike. Bike, one, that's one. Bikes. Bikes. I add the S to the end and it becomes bikes. That's more than one bike. Let's look at what it might look like in a sentence. I see a bike. Did you catch that? A, like one. I see a bike. I see 5 bikes. So when I see the word 5, that's definitely more than one, isn't it? I see 5 bikes. So that bikes needs to be plural. It has an S at the end. Great job. All right, my friends, let's take a look really quickly at our sentences. He will grow tall. The bride is pretty. Grow and pretty are your 2 words for today. Write those down. Practice them so that you have them locked in, because tomorrow we're going to work on 2 other words, okay? Thank you for joining me today, and I want to encourage you to continue practicing all of the long I sounds, the I, consonant, magic E. Write down as many words as you can with that spelling pattern so that you get really good at recognizing it and reading it. Remember, our job is to practice, 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 because we can do hard things. And I know that you will do a great job. And when you send me that letter, you might even use some of those long I words to tell me about what you've been reading. Goodbye now, the clock says we're done. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great day.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.